Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you pantry pasta number 5. So you'll notice as we've been making these pantry pastas that we're using fewer and fewer ingredients every time. And I think this is by far the simplest one that we've made, but it's one of my favorites. It's super tasty. I am jazzing it up a little bit with some things that I have in the refrigerator, but it's going to be really easy. So please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, because in the future weeks I'm going to be sharing recipes and excerpts from my new cookbook, The Big Book of Mediterranean Diet Cooking. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with the big book, I'll put a link to it up here and you'll learn more about it. So come on, let's make a pasta. When you're making a meal where pasta is the star of the dish, you really want to taste the pasta. So you want to buy a little bit of a better quality pasta. Now by that I mean this pasta is something that I would use every day if I'm going to smother it in tomato sauce, and this costs about 75 cents a box. This is made in Italy pasta, and this is, well, you can see it was $2.99. So I'm not saying you have to buy really expensive pasta. It's a difference between $1 and maybe $3. But it's really worth it to buy a pasta that is actually made in Italy. It's artisanal. You can see it's made in Italy here. It's bronze cut. Because there's not much to this sauce, and this actually gives it a really good flavor. You want to really taste the pasta. In my new cookbook, I have a basic recipe for spaghetti with garlic, olive oil, and some red pepper flakes. That's what I'm making tonight. It's a very simple, very traditional dish, but I'm gonna jazz it up a little. Sometimes I like to make that just as it is because it's just beautiful the way it is. But sometimes I'm just in the mood for a little extra something. So what I'm going to do is I chopped up some chunky pieces of garlic here. I'm gonna put them in some extra virgin olive oil in a warm frying pan, and just to infuse the oil with the flavor. I minced up some other garlic, which I'm gonna put afterwards. And I'm in the mood for some Kalamata olives for that little salty, briny flavor. And I chopped up a spring onion, or a scallion, as we say in America. So this is going in first, and then the other things will go in all together at the end. Pasta is in the water. You don't want to start this sauce until the pasta is in the water because it only takes a few minutes. I have my chunky garlic in the pan, and I'm adding some extra virgin olive oil. You want to use extra virgin olive oil for this because it's the main ingredient in the sauce. So you want it to be as tasty as possible. So I'm just going to cook this over a low heat. I'm not really frying this garlic. I'm just trying to infuse the olive oil with the flavor. Make sure it doesn't burn or it can turn bitter. I've removed the garlic. I just set it aside. It's done its job. I've turned the heat off, and the next step is when the pasta is ready, then we add the other ingredients. We're at the point where there's about 1 minute left for the pasta to cook, so I'm putting some red pepper flakes into the olive oil, and I'm adding all the things that I chopped up, the extra garlic, the Kalamata olives, and the spring onion. The heat is off at the moment, but it's still hot, so I'm just going to warm these things up, and we're going to dump the pasta right on top of it, and then we'll toss it all together. We're going to save a little bit of the pasta water to add some silkiness to this dish. And then we're going to sprinkle cheese on the top at the end. The pasta is done. I'm reserving a little bit of the cooking liquid. I never use this much, but I just take some just in case I need it. We're going to strain the pasta now and add it directly to this pan. Pasta is in the pan. I'm adding a little bit of the cooking liquid. I'm going to toss this together. Toss all those flavors. Distribute the olive oil. I'm just going to cook this in the pan for maybe 1 minute, maybe 2, just until everything melds together. And then we'll put it on our plates and we'll serve it with a little bit of cheese. Thank you for joining me today. Wasn't that easy? And it's so tasty. I just love pasta. I could eat it almost every day. Please share this video with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up. Do all the things. And don't forget to check out my new book. And I'll see you next time. Bye.